guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Maddie. I am a part-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, and in today's video we are going to be sourcing and shipping. So I'm going to show you the haul up first. It is just a few items here. I am definitely, as I go back to teaching full-time, becoming more selective about what I'm picking up, not only because things are costly out there, as you guys know, but also because I'm not going to have as much time to list. So I'm really trying to prioritize items that I either think are going to sell for a lot, which a lot for me is like 40 plus, or items that I think are going to sell really fast. So that does mean, unfortunately, that these thrift hauls are getting much narrower, but I think that that can be really helpful. If you're looking for thrift hauls that are larger, that are like amassed with more bread and butter items, I have a lot of those on my channel, a lot of those type of hauls, but I definitely think my new business model is going to be more selective, just because that's what I have the capacity for right now. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know, what's your business model? Are you a big closet? Are you a small closet? But let's get into the haul. So up first, I was very excited to find this piece. I noticed it right away because of all of the beading and then also the nude underlay. I said to myself, either this is going to be a really cheap boutique piece or this is going to be something, and it did end up being something. So this is a short-ish length. It's probably going to go to someone's like right above their knee, just depending on how tall you are. This is the brand Sherry Hill. This is a brand that makes a lot of like pageant dresses, a lot of homecoming dresses, etc. Anytime you can find a full length gown by this brand, you're going to make a lot of money. These shorter dresses, they still do resell pretty quickly and for a decent amount, but this is probably going to go less than $100, where if I were to have found a longer dress with like a train or something, this would definitely be like 150 to 200, but still a very pretty piece. The beading all looks very nice, very intact. There's some sequins on there as well. This is in a size 6, and I found Sherry Hill, I believe, earlier this month or the end of last month, and that item sold incredibly quickly on eBay. You do have to, of course, be mindful whenever you're picking up these dresses. They are a little bit heavier in weight, so just keep that in mind whenever you are shipping it and you're pricing your shipping. And then also, because it is a very delicate fabric, of course, whenever you're shipping the item out, you want to be really, really gentle with it. But I'm probably expecting like 50 to 75 on that. Yet another beaded piece. This one is by the brand Oleg Cassini. I think this is just vintage. I'm not 100%, so I am going to do some investigating on that. This is in a size small. It's just a nice beaded blouse. I see these type of blouses all the time, and sometimes I get them, sometimes I leave them behind. It really depends on what the thrift store prices them at, and then also if I like the way it looks. So this one is kind of a neutral, as much as a beaded shirt can be a neutral because it is black and gold. There's some like iridescent beading as well, if you guys can see that, if it's reflecting nicely on the camera, but it looked like it was in great shape. There's a slight shoulder pad right here, but it's definitely not over the top. Some of these shoulder pads that I find in vintage items are very, very out there, very voluminous, but this one seems a little bit more tame. So I think this is a really pretty piece. Maybe like 30 to 40 on this. I'm gonna look up comps in a little bit, and that'll give me a more determinate answer. Another formal dress. This one is really pretty. It's lace, it's pink. There's a few spots of pilling, as you can probably see, just those like little white dots on there, but I can definitely take care of that. It was still in really great condition overall. And anytime I find anything in this hot pink color, I've noticed that it sells extremely quickly. I think it's just really eye-catching. If you're a feminine person and you like dressing as such, I think that this is something that you're going to be drawn to. This is by the brand Sue Wong. I've sold this, I think, 2 times in the past, and both times it sold really quickly. This is in a size 2, but I think this is just a really timeless piece. I don't think it's one of those pieces that's like overtly trendy, so you're going to be able to keep it for decades. So I'm probably predicting like 50 to 75 on this as well. This next piece was 30% off. This is just John Varvatos. I've sold this brand many of times, normally in the men's pieces. I believe this one is a men's piece as well, although it was in the women's section, but just looking at the cut, it's pretty wide for a woman small, so I definitely do think this is a men's shirt. This is a higher end brand. I have sold it in the past, like I said, and typically it sells really quickly, anywhere from like 25 to 40, just depending on what you have. This is a pretty basic shirt. Every piece I've ever found by John Varvatos is pretty basic like this, but they use good materials. I'm looking at the fabric content right now, and this is linen, which is exactly what I thought this was. So linen is definitely a sought after fabric content. It is see-through, so you would need to wear an undershirt. So I always do just disclose that because you want your buyer to be happy. But I'm probably predicting like 28 to 35 on this. And the last piece I got was half off, and it's another one that I'm just hoping will sell really quickly. The brand on this is Pact, P-A-C-T. I've sold this brand quite a few times now. They're known for using really nice fabrics. They're kind of like Madewell when Madewell first like really came onto the scene about a decade ago. I know Madewell's been around longer, but I think Madewell really rose to popularity and notoriety about a decade ago, and it's kind of similar where it's just a lot of basics or a little bit rustic looking, rustic color palette, and they just use really nice fabric. So this is 100% organic cotton in a size small. I'm predicting getting anywhere from like $20 to $30, nothing crazy, but I only paid $2.50 for this, and I think it'll go really quickly. It's a nice mustard color as well, which I do know was on trend a little bit ago. I am noticing just a little bit of a pinhole here for where they put in their pricing tag. Some people, they should just not be left alone with a pricing gun. If you know, you know. They don't do it on the seam. So I will of course disclose that, but honestly I don't think it's going to detract too much from the price that I can get for the item. So that is my very small thrift haul. Let's talk about what's been selling for me lately. This is about 2 days worth of sales. I have been really busy as I've been going back to work full time with some new hire training. So that is why this is a little bit of a backlog of sales, but the first item that sold is on Poshmark. It is a J. McLaughlin shirt. This is just a really nice basic striped shirt, definitely a classic preppy J. McLaughlin style. This is in a size small, and I believe I paid 99 cents for this. If not, maybe I paid like $2. I probably didn't pay much. I got this in May of this year, so a relatively quick flip, but unfortunately it did only end up selling for $10. I am accepting a lot of offers right now because I am trying to descale my business just a little bit, and also it's been slow. I'm just going to be completely honest with you guys. It has been extremely slow for me lately. I think I went like 10 days on eBay without a sale, which can be very discouraging, but that's kind of stereotypically how July works for me. June and July, they're just not the best seasons. August is a little bit hit or miss, and it's because people are going on vacation. They're having to, you know, shop for back to school for their kids or for themselves, and it really does add up. And then pair that with our economy and just kind of the craziness of the country right now. Like, I think we're pretty much all in a very similar boat right now where people do not have that extra income to put into clothing and shoes and just miscellaneous things they don't actually need. So I'm accepting offers, all that to say. The next item is a really great sell. This is something that I sourced really recently. This is the brand Lucy in the Sky, and I've shown you guys this before, and every single time I find this brand, I'm just kind of let down on the quality of it. It doesn't look like it's anything great. It's very boutique looking. A lot of like loose threads is what I've noticed, but for whatever reason right now on the resale market, it is doing really well. So this sold for $50. This is just a white and green daisy mini dress. I've noticed that the mini dresses do really well in this brand, which again is kind of an outlier for most brands. Normally a maxi dress is going to do you know, fantastic. But this brand, I've only ever found the shorter mini length dresses, and they do really well. As you can see, $50 here. And this was in a size medium, so definitely something to be on the lookout for is Lucy in the Sky. It's a very unassuming brand tag as well. It looks like it's something that's sold at TJ Maxx. It's a white tag, and the font is kind of like a mix of upper and lowercase letters, kind of sloppy looking. So I'm always astounded that this does as well as it does, but I'm really grateful whenever I find it. I'm curious to see how long this brand will retain its resale value. And then the last item that sold on Poshmark was another 99-cent find. This is something that I sourced in June of last year, so it took over a year to resell. Definitely will not be picking this up again. This is a Billabong skirt. It was really cute. It had a red ditzy floral pattern on it. It was like a white denim color. This was in the waist size 27. And this only ended up selling for $10 after having it listed for so long. But as always, I'm just excited to see things moving. So definitely very grateful for that. Now on eBay, I did have one sell, and that is a vintage dress. This was a vintage Hawaii dress. Anytime I can find a really inexpensively priced like Hawaiian print or made in Hawaii dress, I will pick it up because it does always resell pretty quickly, pretty decently. So I actually got this piece in November of last year, so it did take a little bit to resell, but that's okay. This is in a size extra large. It is the brand Shannon Marie, which again is just a vintage brand, and this was made in Hawaii. It was just a nice like hibiscus printed dress, and this only ended up selling for $21, plus the buyer did pay for shipping on this, and it's a really lightweight item. So that is everything that I have to show you guys from my sourcing haul and then also from shipping. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what's your favorite thing that you have sourced recently. What's your favorite thing that you have sold? Are your sales up? Are your sales down? I've pretty much given you the brunt of everything in my business right now and where I'm at. Like, it's slow out there for me, but that's okay, especially because I am descaling and going to more part-time with this. So thank you guys as always so much for watching, and if you did enjoy this video, please do make sure that you give it a thumbs up, and if you are not already subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.